Assalamualaikum, and today we are going to do a discussion regarding the best activity to do during our Nature Week. So I would like to invite any members to start the discussion.
Allow me to begin. Okay, first of all, we all know that Nature Week is a week which our university has conducted to encourage its students to be more concerned about our nature. As a member of the society, I think the best activity to be done by the student during this week is by organizing a tree planting activity. I said so because tree planting helps to reduce greenhouse gases and fight the climate change as it improves the quality of natural environment. We all know that by planting trees, we not only gain oxygen, however, the trees can also be the shelter of flora and fauna such as birds, squirrel, and more animals. To realize this activity, we only need to we can plant trees at almost every free land in the university. All we need is a few planters, few bags of fertilizers, and few planting tools such as shovel and hoe. We can obtain the planting tools from the Faculty of Agriculture, and this activity is very suitable for the Nature Week because everyone from every age can participate. Not only local students, however, international students too. This activity is also exciting to be done, and the campus site will also be beautified with the trees. I think the best activity for the Nature Week is to organize a tree planting activity. What about you guys?
As members of the Society of Nature Society, I do think that by organizing a trip to national park are the best activity to organize during a Nature Week. This is, as you know, national parks are large areas of public land set aside for native plants, animals, and the places in which they live. So it protects places of natural beauty and act as home to many endemic species. So the first reason is why we have to organize a trip to national park because national park are places for people to relax in and enjoy. So there are lots of things to do, such as swimming, skiing, painting, taking photographs, enjoying the view, and taking in fresh air. So we can also learn about the plants and animals. So it also has a historic site and aboriginal sites and also help us to learn about how people live in the past. Next is the reason is we can discover natural wonders at the national parks. So during a trip, the wonders on display in national parks go far beyond a few bushes and trees. So a trip to national park is a great opportunity to teach university students about nature, science, conservation, and history while having fun. So most parks offer tours with professional guides who will teach us all about the park. So some area offer classes on everything from geology and natural history to photography. So in conclusion, I do think that by organizing a trip to national park is the best activity to organize during a nature week.
From my point of view, organize a recycling day is the best activity for the week, referring to the fact that there are many people nowadays who don't care about the global warming and pollution. These things are very low on their priority list. Hence, they lack the motivation to contribute to an initiative like recycling for a green world environment, so that it will be fun to attract people to come and join this activity. Firstly, Recycling Day is the best activity for the week to encourage students to save the earth. Recycling a product can facilitate in preserving the environment. For example, recycling the paper can result in paper production without cutting more trees. Secondly, to put awareness in students on how recycling can save energy. For your information, recycling a product needs less energy than to create an article from virgin material. For example, an aluminum product uses both the aluminum and the vast amount of energy to create it from raw. Thus, by recycling an aluminum item, like the water can we use to drink, we can reuse the metal again and also save the huge energy which helps protect the environment. Lastly, recycling helps in saving money. Recycled articles typically cost less. The recycled product can be sold for a very less amount as compared to items made using virgin materials. Apart from this, selling waste for recycling converts garbage into cash. So that is why I do think that organize a recycling day is the best activity for the week.
Thank you everyone for your opinions, and as everyone know, the main objective of the Nature Week is to encourage people to love the nature and to motivate people on how important the nature to us as it is our sources for food and so on. So in my opinion, the best activity for the Nature Week is to organize a camping trip to a forest reserve. And the example of forest reserve in our country, in Malaysia, is Hutan Simpan Air Hitam and KL Forest Eco Park. And the benefit of joining a camping trip to a forest reserve is to gain more knowledge about flora and fauna in the forest, to increase our love towards nature. I believe that among the youth, there's no knowledge about the flora and fauna, and I believe when we join this camping trip, we can gain more knowledge about flora and fauna. And next, camping also can help to stay healthy and release our stress from our busy life, because when we spend our time near a lot of trees, we will get more oxygen. And some people say that when we surround ourselves around the nature, which is tree, is the best therapy for ourselves. So I believe that organize a camping trip to a forest reserve is the best activity for the Nature Week.
I think I would change my mind, and I agree with the ideas from candidates. This is because the recycling, by organizing a recycling day during a nature week, we can save the earth, as the earth is a place of human being live. So for example, when we use old exercise books, we can reduce the amount of paper, and instead we can reduce the cutting of trees to make more paper. So I do think that her point is the best activity to do during a nature week.
Thank you, Candidate D. But I do think that people youth nowadays like the adventurous things. So I believe that when we organize a camping trip to them, they will more excited to join our camping trip. What about?
I think I agree with you, Alice, because especially university students didn't really down into activities like recycling and the things that we do in university. They need more adventure. By organizing the camping trip, or maybe just tree planting is adventurous enough. So I will stick to my point, which is organizing a tree planting.
So we have come to the end of our discussion. So some of us agree that organize a camping trip to forest reserve is the best activity for the week, and some of us stick to our own opinion that organize a recycling day is the best one. So thank you for you guys' cooperation in this interesting discussion.
Thank you.
Thank you.